Restricted assignment problem. Restricted assignment problem means we cannot assign a particular job to a particular person, or particular route to a particular vehicle, or particular salesperson to a particular region. Likewise, depending upon situation. So then that has to be mentioned in the table either by infinity. Instead of giving some element or value, we will be mentioning that with some infinity. That infinity means we cannot, because infinity minus something is infinity. That is the reason we are not going to make assignment. Whether it may be minimization or maximization, we are not going to assign to such kind of thing. That is known as restricted assignment problem, and we try to do the assignment for the other elements or other cells. And similarly, we have another type of problem in assignment known as traveling salesman problem. In traveling salesman problem, what we are going to do is, usually it is like this. A traveling salesman starts from city A, and he has to go to all the cities. Let us assume he has to visit 5 cities, A, B, C, D, E, and there is no point in going to the same city again after visiting that city. That means if he goes to B, A to B, then B to D, then again he should not come D to A, and from there again he need to proceed. It is not like that. So it will result in some kind of redundancy, or it should not be there. So in traveling salesman, we have to find a sequence of travel by the salesman such that he will not be coming back to the city he has already visited. That kind of problem also can be solved in the assignment method. Similarly, we have another method, as we have discussed as part of those 4 methods of solving the problem, simplex method. In simplex method, what we are going to do is, we are going to solve the problem by number of iterations, like what we have done in linear programming problem. So that is the way we try to do. Either it is like this: when we get 0, in that we are not going to assign. When we get 1, we are going to assign that job to a particular person, or that particular machine to a particular person. Likewise, depending upon minimization or maximization, the way whatever the situation demands, or depending upon the kind of content.
Okay, now we will solve assignment problem. So assignment problem is solved to assign job to workers, or projects to engineers, or any work to any worker depending upon the output, or for the purpose of minimization, or for the purpose of maximization. However, now we will see the problem related to minimization. When it comes to the time duration to complete a job, or to reduce the cost, we will use this minimization problem. Anyhow, we will take a problem here which indicates that there are 5 jobs to be completed, and there are 5 workers. When these 5 jobs have to be completed and 5 workers are there, each of the worker, how much time it takes to complete each job is given by the table, and based on the values, however, our purpose is to minimize the total time to complete the all jobs. So what we need to do is, we have to follow a step-by-step procedure which indicates the, we have, as discussed earlier, we have to follow a step-by-step procedure to complete the allocation. Now we have a 5 by 5 matrix which indicates there are 5 jobs to be completed and 5 workers are there. So the time to complete each job is given by each worker. That means there are 5 workers by names W1, W2, W3, W4, W5. Similarly, there are 5 jobs J1, J2, J3, J4, J5. So the table shows or the data given is for each job, how much time it takes by each worker. Then that means for worker 1, how much time it takes to complete job 1, then job 2, how much time to complete job 3, how much time to complete job 4, how much time to complete job 5. Likewise, for worker 1 and worker 2 and worker 3 and worker 4 are provided. Here, as we discussed earlier, our purpose is to minimize the total time to complete all the jobs. The time that is taken by each worker varies because of their skill set. So some workers may be good at completing some jobs, some workers may be good at completing some jobs. In that event, the time taken by each worker varies. So that is the reason there is a variation in the times that are taken by different workers for different jobs. So we have to identify the workers to be assigned to complete all the jobs. So here we have a step-by-step procedure which will be shown here, and we have to do it in iteration. That means we have to follow one step after the other so as to get the right kind of allocation. Now if we see this table, all the times for the jobs are given. So if you look at W1 takes 10 hours to complete job 1, 15 hours to complete job 2, 11 hours to complete job 3, and 16 hours to complete job 4, 18 hours to complete job 5. Similarly, for worker 2 timings are given 12, 19, 8, 15, 13. For worker 3, 10, 16, 17, 21, 14. So this is the matrix or table given representing the time taken by each worker. Then we will proceed for step 1.